Is this thing on? Is this
I don't
on?
know.
Hello?
They're getting live.
I
In,
think
yes.
it's on. I think it's. Welcome,
Yay!
everybody. This is Into the
The
Abyss. As you can see, the logo's at the bottom. The logo's at the bottom there. You have to do the pointing. Wait, no, wait, hold
wait,
up.
no, that
I
one.
got you. See? Hold up. It's right there. You can check out the logo. I don't even. There you go. All right, we're zooming in. We're zooming.
This is okay. This me trying to point is indicative of what the rest of the show is going to be.
Yes, if this has already made you uncomfortable, I suggest consulting a therapist and then continuing to watch the rest of the episode.
Or get a drink.
That as well.
That's what I suggest because today's episode is, well, it's 9/11. It's September 11th. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But
I would like to start off real quick by saying that all buildings matter. This is something that means a lot to me. I know a lot of people are trying to make today a little bit of a special day about certain buildings. And yes, you know, some people did something. But at the end of the day, really, in reality, all buildings matter. So I think we need to look at the rioters and looters burning down, you know, Wendy's and stuff. And we need to just kind of quantify all of this, put it all together, and that we need to really just come to the conclusion that, yes, all buildings matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8, and as well as 7. Anyway, on to you.
I'm canceling Andrea.
No! No!
I'm you today. Second show, canceled.
At least we got it over with. Got it out of the way.
Yep, canceled. Because
it is the 47th anniversary of 9/11. Oh, I mean, the real 9/11 when the United States orchestrated a coup in Chile. I'm sorry. All right, go on.
Oh, good Lord, the show today. Anyway, we are going to talk a little bit about the 9/11 that most people know. And I apologize ahead of time. I guess not ahead of time because it's happening real time. So I'm apologizing now because besides 9/11, we're also going to talk about tonight is my birthday eve. So birthday weekend has started. If you know any Virgos, you will know we have a birthday month, not just a birthday.
As a Gemini, I think this is cultural appropriation. I have a birthday year, even. I think the whole year I have a celebration.
Okay, I can't. No, you're 24. I'm 53 tomorrow. So I call dibs.
All right.
So we're going to devolve into that as well. And we're going to have a guest, I think. We've talked about having a guest. We may have Rachel.
She could just pop in at any minute. Like,
right.
Literally, it could happen right now.
So.
Or it couldn't. I don't know.
We don't know. And it's my birthday. And I started celebrating already. So I'm a little tipsy. Little. So I'm sorry. That's all I can say. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry.
I'm really not sorry, but I thought I would say it. Okay. No, serious. Andrea, did you figure out how to put the link to my book, even though I feel weird about promoting my book today?
Yeah, I could just post it in the chat, right?
Yeah.
It's the read.amazon link. Is that
yeah.
it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just posting it in the chat room.
Yeah, and the reason
it
why
looks like it was posted. All right.
There you go. And the reason why this is my book.
See, I hope that at some point I can just have like this and it just go like, yes, this is my book. I did it. I'm impressed. You're impressing me right now.
Thank you. And to make sure that people would know that I wasn't bullshitting, because my name is my last Rachel. Hey.
Hello.
How are you? Rachel, are you sober?
Yeah, I mean, ish.
You're gonna have to fix that.
No, you're gonna have to like step it up because we're kind of wasted.
Okay. All right. I can do that. Let me grab. I mean, you'll see my
red wine. Red wine. don't know.
Alyssa, I want you to know I see you on Twitter and I appreciate you right now. Y'all, we were just talking about this. So I posted a fresh thought agenda today in honor of 9/11 and the war on terror being motivated by profit primarily. And of course, some dude shows up like, oh, this ass is the Chipotle of asses. It's only fine. I wouldn't say no, but I've had better. And I'm just like, you should be so fucking lucky. Like, yeah, but
Okay.
Alyssa's been doing some very good dunks, and I appreciate it.
Okay, I have to try to keep myself on track today because
We got to at least do the first 10 minutes, and then at
Yeah.
that point, all right, let's go.
So, as I was saying, I also, because I wrote the book, and people going, oh yeah, you wrote a book, you're sure it was your book, because I've had 4 last names. So there's actually a picture of me.
Oh,
How do we know that's actually you?
how do we know you didn't Photoshop it?
Those are my boobs.
Okay, I can confirm. I'm a boob connoisseur and have just run the diagnostics in my robot brain and confirmed through these following points of commonality that they are the same boobs.
Those are my boobs younger.
That's a fucking mood, though. Oh, my boobs, but younger. Tell me about it.
Well, because I wrote
Tell me
this
about
book
it.
when I was 34.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is my birthday, and
Uh-huh.
I will be 53.
I mean,
So those are my younger boobs. So if you'd like to see my younger boobs, you can buy my book, and my younger boobs are in the back somewhere.
Are they really there? Is that like when you get to the
My
last?
younger boobs,
Okay.
39.
boobs. Mm-hmm.
You should have just put them on a random page, like so you have to like actually read the book, and then it's what's this? You know?
Surprise! This is your reward.
I actually
You have to
should.
put it on a different random page in each book, is the thing.
Well, I have been thinking about writing a sequel.
Okay.
Because it kind of was like it ended, and it had a perfect ending. It really did. And the ending had nothing to do with me. It was all the universe. Seriously. And I thought it was over. But, life happens. And then shit kept happening. And I could write it. I think I could write a sequel. I was wanting to write a sequel to get my happily ever after and call it Searching for Butterflies.
Okay.
That was the plan. But shit happened.
Reasonably appropriate metaphor here, though, because butterflies are very short-lived, and they're beautiful but incredibly fragile.
Yeah, but I meant like the butterfly feeling in your stomach.
Yeah, and I met my ex-husband.
Okay.
No.
And
Actually,
I
my
meant,
ex-husband is great. It was just a really good joke.
no,
my
with that
ex-husband-
being said, I meant the guy who designed this cover.
Mhm.
I met him on a plane.
That's cool.
I met him on a plane. My mother had 5 heart attacks, and I had to fly to Florida to go see her. And I'm sitting on the plane going, let me get somebody cool. Let me get somebody cool. Let me get somebody cool. And feet stopped next to my aisle, and they were male feet. And then I looked up and went, oh, damn. And I jumped up and went, hi, because he was hot as fuck.
Oh, hell yeah. And an artist.
And I spent an amazing weekend with that man.
I mean, that rules, honestly.
Is that in the book?
No.
I
That was actually going to be in the sequel.
Right?
And I thought when I moved here after my second husband, I contacted him for the first time in 10 years where he actually answered the phone. He's here. He's here in the same state I'm in right now.
Ooh.
So I thought I was coming to have my happy ending 10 years later. And then I met my husband, and yeah, fuck him.
Or not fuck him, I guess.
Yeah.
As
You
it so
know,
happens.
I am a polyamorous person. I'm also a demisexual person. So like
I don't know what that means.
So polyamorous,
no, I'm not polyamorous. I've done that.
Okay, cool. For people who in the audience who may not know, polyamory is having like meaningful romantic relationships with more than one person at the same time, and everybody knows and everybody consents. Without everybody knowing and consenting, it's just cheating. Without, the romantic love aspect of it, it's ethical non-monogamy, but not polyamory. Demisexual means that like I become sexually attracted to people only after I'm romantically attracted to them.
Me too.
Yeah.
I thought it was nuts.
No, that's like the whole thing.
I need to know that we work sexually before I let my head or my heart get attached.
So that's that's an inverse for me. Like I have to already be romantically attached to
have sex,
feel sexually interested. Yeah. For me, it's like 100% about in my head. Like if I'm not with somebody in my head, I don't want to be with them with my body, right? And it's a sort of
don't most people have to be with them in their head to get there sexually? Like I don't need to be in love with somebody to have sex, but I have at least had the romanticism in my head for like 5 minutes to know whether or not I want to. Does that make it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a matter of degree, right? Like for me, I have to be absolutely certain that I am like, well, I don't say I have to be certain I'm falling in love with them, but it only coincides with somebody I am falling in love with.
Okay.
Right. So, and for me, it is necessary for me to already be falling in love with a person before it contains a sexual element for me.
Okay, so you and I are opposite. I have to know that the sex is going to work. And I say this, and people can call me whatever the hell they want, but I tried to do it the other way. I did. Mm-hmm. And I fell head over heels for this guy.
Yeah.
We did not touch each other other than kissing and holding hands for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I was enamored. And we got to my apartment and I had decided this was the night. And he dropped trowel and I burst into tears.
Oh no, come on, be nice. Be nice. I'm standing up for the little man right now. Literally speaking, the little man.
Okay.
Be nice.
And then he proposed.
Okay, that's a little weird. I mean, honestly,
I could work with a small dick. Like I've been with dudes with small dicks. There are ways around that.
I like small dicks.
I don't want to do that.
I just shouldn't be screaming this. I live with people.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, I love a good girthy dick. I do have a strong preference for a girthy dick. But also, I have sex with women. You know what I mean?
Do.
And for me, it's like if I can have sex with a woman who does not have a dick or a woman who does have a dick or whichever arrangements, right? I don't care. But if I can have sex with a person who doesn't have a dick at all, I can have sex with somebody who has a small one.
Rachel, you're being logical. Stop it.
You're too sober.
You missed our first show where I said, because I'm pan, I don't fall in love with genitals unless it's a man. And if it's a man, you must be this big to ride this ride.
You must be impressed. I mean, so I don't know. Like the thing is,
yes, the topic was supposed to be 9/11.
Look, the real 9/11 was the size of that dude's dick, all right?
Oh my God.
No, I get it. Like after childbirth, I'm a fucking size queen and it's happened. Like, because after childbirth, I just got to the point where you could like punch a fist up there and I'm like, I want to push my limits, I don't want to.
I don't know. And this is what we talked about the last show. And this is the last thing we're going to talk about on this topic because I want to get back to the 9/11 shit. Really. But like I said, I like women. I like men. I like androgyny. Like I don't love the genitals. I don't. Right. But if I'm with a man, I expect, and it's only with men.
Only with cis men, or does this include like trans men?
No. You know what? I've never been with a trans man, so I don't know how I would relate
Mhm.
to that.
See, here's the thing: is like
I think my brain would. I think my brain would compensate just like I do when I'm with a woman.
Mhm.
But when I'm with a cis man, if you can't fill a Magnum, we can be friends, and that's all.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cancel you.
I think there's a lot more to a person's worth than their genitals, and I understand if you can't enjoy somebody sexually, you can't sexually. I would still at least try, because God knows I have fucked some dudes with giant dicks who were not good with them. And
that's not the only criteria. That's not that's not the end all be all.
But it is disappointing.
No, I will walk away. I have walked away. I've broken up with guys because their penis was too small. I have. I'm sorry. I've done
size
it.
queen cancel these
when you say you're a size queen,
boys.
Yeah, but Rachel, when you say you're a size queen, you're a size connoisseur. I'm a size
connoisseur. Yeah, it's not a deal breaker for me. You know what I mean?
With a cis man, it is an absolute deal breaker for me,
mm-hmm.
and I don't know why that is. It makes no fucking sense.
So here's the thing.
I'm just sitting here dying. I'm so sorry.
I would say it is possible to actively eroticize genital arrangements that you previously did not find erotic. I think it is possible to sort of attenuate yourself to that and to find things to enjoy about a dick being small and find ways to enjoy its smallness. But also fuck it, there's a bazillion people, just fuck who you want to fuck. I don't care.
In other news, 9/11.
9/11.
So, Rachel, drink.
Oh God. Everybody. Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna mute this and make myself a drink in the background, and
it's my birthday weekend.
Me shaking ice. That seems like a bad time for people, but I will pop in to speak as needed.
All right. Okay. See, we are peer pressuring people right now on this stream.
Yes, we are.
All right. So, what happened?
So, 9/11.
Fateful day, 9/11.
So, Andrea.
Hey.
You were 5-ish?
I was in kindergarten when it happened. Yeah. I remember. I'll give my story because I was in kindergarten, so there's one detail I remember, and that's it. We were in kindergarten. In kindergarten, my school, our classroom, the kindergarten one, was the only one with a television.
Okay.
Because when you get older, you don't need a television for entertainment as much, I guess. I don't know. So I remember all the teachers coming into my classroom, and they were just looking at the TV, and they told us to go and not look at the TV or whatever. It was kind of bolted onto the wall ish.
Yeah.
And so they just told us not to look, and they were whispering to each other. And then I just remember going home. I didn't really understand what I didn't really understand what that was until years later. But yeah, that was what happened. Okay. And this was kindergarten, and I didn't go to preschool, so it was one of my first days of school because it's in September.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I knew you were 5. I'm sorry, what, Rachel?
I obfuscate my exact age on the internet because I don't want people to know my name, city, and birthday. But I will say I was in middle school-ish in math class, and it was wild.
Okay, so Andrea, we talked about me reading from my book because the reason why I brought up my book, 9/11, is because it starts on 9/11. And I thought about reading an excerpt, but I'm too drunk to do that.
Yeah.
So, if you want to read it, it's on Amazon, Forgotten Tomorrow's Crazy Todays. And just so you know, it's in my maiden name. So if you see it and go, what the, that's why. And I also wanted to bring it up because this is the reason, my book is the reason why I asked Rachel to be a guest.
You say as she walks off the stream?
Yeah. So I posted pages. Okay.
Look, I have an open floor plan. It's fine. I can hear you in the kitchen.
So I posted from my book the first page and part of the second page as an excerpt of my book about 9/11 when people are like, tell us about your 9/11 memory. And Rachel had posted.
It's happening. I said, I'm about to get dragged.
Yep.
Right.
So Rachel had posted, post your 9/11 memes here.
Okay,
And
Liz.
I said, I don't have a meme, and then posted those portions of my book with a link to my book. I didn't say it was my book. I thought she knew.
Listen,
I
I am not good at attending to details. And it was a dunk thread, or I was thinking of it as a dunks thread of like bad memes and things that are like goofy and silly and meant to be teased. And my default reaction is just to call things white. It's like,
here's the thing. Leslie is an honorary white woman. That's what this is. If we're allowed to make people like honorary trans or honorary black people, Leslie's an honorary white person. She's rose
I feel like that has weird power dynamics.
It might, but this is a very problematic podcast. So
yes, but okay, here's the thing. She was making me honorary. I'm on my phone. You can't really see it, but I'm on my phone, and she wrote, so I posted it, and then she wrote, "This is a white woman writing if I ever read it."
Yeah, which is just like, it was a nothing post, to be clear. Like, it was never meant to be like a serious thing. It was like, what's the first dunk I can think of? Okay, I'll do this one.
What's the first dunk I can think of? Oh, I know. I'll mock white people. There we go.
Like, literally, yeah. I am very white and a woman. And I am fully capable of just making fun of myself as a white woman and routinely do. And that's like my default. It's like, if I have to make fun of somebody, I'll make fun of me.
No, it was wonderful. And then when I wrote, this is my book.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. This is like a default insult. I did actually think this part was funny. And to be clear, I did actually think this part was funny and relate to it. You said something about like your boobs being saggy or something.
No, I said, okay, so I used to do this bit when I did stand-up about being pregnant. And I said, I used to have a bikini body, but now I look like a Shar-Pei wrinkle pup after an extremely large litter.
Yeah,
so,
which I relate to viscerally because I too have had children.
Yeah. So, yeah. And I didn't get stretch marks. I got potholes. So yeah, things.
Yeah. I relate.
But the reason why I wanted to talk about 9/11 because it is 9/11. It ties into my book. Started on 9/11. My world blew up. So like while everybody else was
not the only thing that blew up. I'm so sorry.
Hey.
So sorry. All right, go on.
No,
I was about to say, Andrea, before you stepped on my shit.
Fuck it. Make fun of 9/11. You know why? Because literally, we have had a 9/11 every fucking day since this horrible virus got out of control. And like, I can't pretend.
No,
like, I care more about that.
Rachel, power down.
I need to get
power down.
All right, I'm on this.
I wasn't going to make fun of 9/11 because I have a different perspective because of my age.
All right.
That was the only day, or excuse me, that was the only time, and it lasted a week, in my entire life that I was ever patriotic. I bought the America, they fucked with us, we need to fuck with them, hook, line, and sinker. For a week.
For a week.
Okay.
Because my husband at the time worked for national news. He was on the day, he was supposed to be interviewing some local government officials in Dallas. And they pulled them all underground because of what was happening. So how I found out what was going on with 9/11 was I got a call from my husband going, "Hey, are you watching TV?" Because normally I would be in the kitchen watching Good Morning America while getting my oldest ready for school, and eating both of my kids breakfast. I hadn't made it to the kitchen yet. So I was like, no, hang on. Let me go turn on the TV.
You were in Texas, so like you would have been like an hour or two behind, right? So it's like more in the morning and stuff, I guess.
No, we were an hour behind.
Okay, now yeah, but it's still okay.
It's Central Time, so
real early.
No, it wasn't that early.
Well, like East Coast time is real. It was like 9, right?
It was like 9.
Yeah.
So I hadn't made it in the kitchen yet.
Like my second or something.
So I was like, well, hang on a second. He goes, go turn on the TV. So I went into the kitchen and turned on a little black and white TV that I always turned on while I was making breakfast for the kids. And I turned it on. And as soon as the picture came up, the second plane hit the second tower.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
Bad timing.
And I dropped to my knees.
Yeah, I bet.
Because I was born in Manhattan. Growing up, both my parents worked for United Airlines.
Right.
I had been a flight attendant. I had just finished a temp job with American Airlines. I had 2 cousins active in the military, one of which was supposed to be at the Pentagon that day, but he was homesick because of his Iraqi disease, which they called MS.
Okay.
So I was flipping the fuck out that morning.
Yeah.
I mean, literally freaking out. I can't tell you whether or not I took my oldest to school or not. I don't remember if I did or if I didn't. I don't know. I do remember watching with the little one in my room, and we watched 9/11. We watched news 24/7 for a week. I don't think I slept. I really don't. I was glued to the television of, oh shit, what's coming now? And I know people are going to laugh at me when I say this, but my head went straight to Red Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, are we actually going to get terrorist troops on the ground in America?
I just want to say Red Dawn is such a bad movie. But there's a remake with Josh Peck, and he is hot as fuck. So go watch that.
Okay.
Anyway.
Again, I grew up in the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah.
So that's mine. Wolverines. I mean, me and my friends so much, so often. So that's where my head went. And I was terrified for a week. And then shit happened, and I couldn't even think about it again. And you'll have to read the book to find out what happened. But my perspective as an adult with children was, holy fuck. Okay, we kept waiting for the other shoe to drop. And again, I'm not a big patriotic person. I've been an Anglophile since I was 4. I've always wanted to live in another country. Always, like my whole life. As soon as this shit happened, they were giving American flag pride bumper stickers. We went and got one. I had one on my car. I used to have the American flag from my dad's casket and not my dad's, I'm sorry, my one of my grandfather's caskets. We put it on our roof. I mean, that's how, holy shit, someone came and fucked with us in my lifetime. I mean, I can imagine what people, when Pearl Harbor hit, I can imagine, or when Pearl Harbor happened, I can imagine what Americans thought about that, because fuck, no one touches us, not on our soil. And that's literally how I felt about it.
Fun fact about Pearl Harbor is Hawaii wasn't a state yet. And so not many Americans cared about it. And so one of the things was FDR, like they also attacked other colonies and bases as well. But they actually made Hawaii and Pearl Harbor a big deal to convince Americans that they needed to go to war. And that's what led to Hawaii becoming a state. So
but that's the point. That's the part I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's exactly what happened with 9/11. And I bought into it for a whole week. It was like, they came and fucked with us. It's like when I went to high school, if another rival high school came on my high school and then like set some shit on fire, okay, we're going to fuck you up now. You don't come to me. If we're fighting in the street, that's one thing, but you came to me.
So, okay, in this analogy, a high school comes over, fucks your shit up, right? So what you are going to do as a rational actor like the United States of America is go to a completely different high school and go fuck them up.
I'm not in the logic. Okay,
I know.
I'm not in the logic portion of the story yet. Okay, I'm just going visceral. I'm going how I felt. What I wanted to
most
do.
Americans didn't get over that. Like for you say it lasted a week. Most Americans, they're still there. Like they're still wrapped within the America. Like that.
No, I know, but I also took it personally because of those ties that I told you about, and it was the day before my 34th birthday. Oh, by the way, I had shaved my head the day before, way before Britney made it chic. Because I kept getting told,
Comrade Brittany?
Yes. Because I kept getting told while I was doing stand-up that I was too cute to be a comic. So I did the most logical thing and shaved my head.
Of course.
Because, yeah.
Yeah. Naturally.
Yeah. So now, I woke up that morning with a stubbled head. Actually, my husband and I had the same hairdo. And my next door neighbor's birthday was that day. My birthday was the next day. So we were going to have a party that night, like a dual birthday party. And then this shit happened. And we kind of I think I lived on a cul-de-sac when this happened. And I think the entire cul-de-sac, all at the same time around noonish, all walked outside and went, what the fuck? And we talked and decided we weren't going to have the party. I mean, it was you guys were kids. As an adult, it was a whole, the world changed drastically. One of the other things that I remember talking with some of my neighbors about was because they grounded all air travel, there was no plane noise. There were no chemtrails.
Chemtrails.
Oh, no.
The skies were bluer no, seriously, the skies were bluer than blue.
Mm-hmm.
It was so quiet.
I can't wait for the era where blue skies are a figment of the past. If you're on the West Coast right now, you are never seeing a blue sky again for the rest of your life.
Yeah. But I mean, really, the West Coast right now looks like a Martian hellscape.
Okay, it's from the 80s. Isn't there a song "Red Skies at Night"? I don't think they're talking about fires, but it's kind of what's going on right now.
I just want to say,
you know the song I'm talking about? Red Skies at Night.
Sailor Delight. Yeah. Yeah, I know that song. And yeah, I mean, it is that's a weather patterns thing.
I just want to say, as a planetarian, it's more like Venus than Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm. That's valid.
Yeah.
I'm drunk. I missed it.
Venus,
I held sober to get through all that shit. Now it's on you guys. I'm devolving.
Anyway, so some people did something. I don't know. I was a kid. Death to America. No.
I was about middle school, and whoever said I was 24, thank you. Oh my gosh, you were so far off. I want y'all to know the drink that I made. Yeah.
Wait, no. Andrea, put that back. Andrea, this bitch 50. What? Yeah, I'm 50 and I'm talking to 24-year-olds because
Only one 24-year-old.
yeah,
Thank
but,
you very
okay.
much.
No, I got something to say to whoever the motherfucker was that said that.
Shit, call
Okay.
out.
My kids, I have 2 kids who are 27 and 22. My husband is 37. I'm trying as I age to not stay stagnant. I'm trying to evolve because that's what enlightened people fucking do.
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
Dion.
Destroyed.
So anyway, I want everybody to know that the specific mixed drink I just made myself is a Prohibition era cocktail made with creme de violette and gin, and it is called an Aviation, and it is, of course, in honor of 9/11. Thank you.
My husband would love that. He loves gin. Salute! Happy birthday to me!
Oh, happy birthday! And Prohibition era cocktails are tops.
I don't have a drink. My bloodstream is high. I don't need any of that. I'm already going.
That's okay. You and I have talked. You're good.
Honestly, I'm probably going to nurse this one mostly for show and then hand it to my partner because I don't really want to have a migraine tomorrow.
Okay, well,
That's
I'm
fair.
going to get drunk for the 3 of us. Is
I
that
will,
okay?
you know what,
That's
though?
also fair.
I will continue to just huff my absolutely definitely CBD pipe.
Go for
I-
it.
I-
Just take
I
like
have
12 hits right now.
And Rachel, I absolutely took a shit ton of CBD distillate.
Mm-hmm.
Which I
And
do.
consume
By the way.
illegal drugs in the state of Georgia, which is why it is CBD.
We out here smoking tobacco up in this bitch.
Yes, I
This
am.
is absolutely legal CBD because I never break the law. Thank
Well,
you.
I'm smoking
This
tobacco
is
right
the
now.
engagement
So.
because I do hate cops. What's up?
So I didn't really want to get into this, but you guys have brought it up. So I will back off as the old codger. And because I don't entertain any of the conspiracy theories about 9/11. I don't talk about them ever.
Yeah.
I've probably heard them all. I've never debated them. I don't even think about them.
Well,
So if you guys want to talk about them, and one of the reasons why I don't, especially about like the Pentagon, my cousin was supposed to be in one of those rooms and he was homesick. And the disease that he had was the Iraq War disease that they just call it MS, but it's not MS. They don't know what it is. It acts like MS, but it doesn't react. It doesn't respond to treatment like MS. So that's what he was home with, or not the Iraq, the Seniors War. You know what I'm talking about.
Korea?
I don't.
No, George Bush Senior's war.
Yeah. Was it Kuwait?
Yes, that's the war. Because I said Iraq, and that wouldn't make sense.
Right.
Um,
There was like,
but he went there, came back with a mysterious disease that they call that war disease. It mimics MS, but it doesn't respond as well as MS to MS treatments. And that's why he wasn't killed in the Pentagon. So
weird stroke of luck.
yeah. So, and again, all the weird ties that I had to 9/11, I can't go down those rabbit holes because for me it was too personal.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest reason I don't think it was a giant conspiracy is because, frankly, I don't think they're competent enough. Like,
yeah, and who pulled this off? Who pulled this off without anyone leaking?
I think Osama bin Laden pulled it off.
now, do I believe that somebody might have known it was going to happen or knew about the plans and like just didn't give enough of a shit to try and stop it? Like, that's plausible, but actively orchestrated, I don't think so.
I would agree with.
I agree there as well.
I don't think it was an inside job. I don't.
No. And I don't find the whole like, oh, but like, jet fuel doesn't build steel beams. Like, yeah,
Yeah, and there wasn't enough. There wasn't enough debris.
The temperature that jet fuel burns can then burn hotter than that over time with the addition of oxygen and get even hotter. Like,
And the whole
there are more things than just steel here, folks, and those do catch fire.
Yeah, well, and the whole other thing of there wasn't enough debris at the Pentagon and there wasn't enough debris in Pennsylvania for it to be a plane crash. Shut the fuck up.
Like, man, my house burned down. I'll tell you what, it did not look like there was enough debris there either. That's what happens when something burns, right?
And when a plane goes down nose first in a field, I'm sorry, it kind of is an inferno that way. There's not going to be a big giant. Okay, I don't even want to get
9/11 conspiracies, those are old school. That's boomer shit. We're up in here talking about Antifa lighting up the forest fires, coronavirus, the vaccine's going to have nanomachines from Bill Gates to control your brain.
Thank you, Andrea, for pulling me out of the rabbit hole abyss of my anger at stupidity. I can't.
Do you have any opinions either way about QAnon?
I just think it's silly.
Yeah.
Seriously, I just think it's silly.
QAnon is so bad. We're at the point where I've got people in my family that are like texting me saying, "Hey, did you hear about this?" And I have to look it up, and then it's like, "Oh, it's another QAnon thing."
I just think it's silly, and maybe I'm naive, but shit like that just to me is just nonsense. It's just noise floating around in the ether. It's like, okay, I know it exists, and I know there are people that think it's real, and I know that there are people that are doing stupid shit because of it. I can't.
I think it's kind of an interesting thing, like sociologically. It's like this group of people who are terrified and need to feel a sense of control at any costs, and have never been taught critical thinking skills anywhere at any point in their life. And they like.
Maybe that's why I just dismiss it, because I don't suffer fools very easily, and I'm kind of a word Nazi, and I know I shouldn't use that, but you know what I mean when I say it.
I don't know what you mean. Please go. No, I'm just sorry.
I am too high to argue.
Linguistic descriptivism is classist.
Yeah, I can't be bothered with that. Anybody that, in my opinion, this is just me, and if I get canceled for saying this, I don't give a fuck. I cannot be bothered with anyone that fucking stupid.
Cancel.
Spelling and grammar necessarily indicate intelligence.
No, I do not, because I'm terrible and spell check, and that's not. I'm talking who believe in QAnon.
Gotcha.
Who believe? Okay, you have not heard the story, Rachel, but my last husband didn't believe in the moon landing, and I didn't know it until after we were married. And if I had known beforehand, I would not have married him. I can't.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, like, tell that story again, like, real quick. You're at, like, a bar.
Yeah.
So we're at a bar, and you know how, the corner, the L shape of the corner. He's on this side of the L talking to a dude, and he's facing me. He's talking to this guy. I'm sitting there facing him, talking to another guy. And I hear him say, "Oh, this fucking moon landing, that was some fucking bullshit." And I went, "What?"
Yeah.
You canceled him right then and there.
And I got up and I walked over to him. I grabbed him by the collar. I pulled him off the bar stool. I didn't tell all this part before. I pulled him off the bar stool away from everybody. And I said, "What the fuck did you just say?" And he was like, "Well, I was just talking, about the moon landing and, this bullshit." And I said, "Do not ever say that out loud ever again. I will leave you and I might kill you."
Oh my God.
Holy mackerel.
Oh gosh. All right. I
And
get it.
I stayed married to him for another 6 years, but
Yeah.
I'm going to give him a reprieve. How we ended up getting divorced, and I won't really go into the story, but he got diagnosed with medically induced dementia from long-term use of acid reflux meds.
Oh
He'd
no.
been taking them since he was 11.
Yeah.
So he probably had dementia our entire relationship, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
So before everybody calls him stupid, which I still do,
You know, I mean, there's
there is
reasons,
that.
right? Like, there's reasons all of us are the way we are. We are all
Right.
responses to causes, and we are our own effects, right?
Right. And I told that whole story to say, I can't, after all of the shit that I've dealt with, I can't deal with stupid. If somebody comes at me with something like that, I'm just like,
Yeah. I remember I
okay.
broke up with somebody in a Ruby Tuesday one time because he drove this like piece of shit 1970s, like beat to hell, like full metal car kind of thing. And he was telling me very proudly that he didn't have to wear his seatbelt while he was driving it because it was so big and heavy that it would just cushion the impact. And I was like, that's not how this works. I was like, what happens is the car is moving and you're moving with the car. But if the car stops suddenly and nothing pulls you to stick to the car, you don't stop moving and you go through the windshield. And so we're like arguing back and forth. I'm trying to explain it to him. I'm trying to explain to him like what inertia is. And finally he just goes like, look, we're just going to have to agree to disagree. And I was like, you can't
God, I hate that.
disagree with physics. That's not how this works. Like, what? And like,
I love agree to disagree. It's like one of the most passive aggressive. Like
I
I know
will
I'm
kill
wrong,
you.
but I can't. I ran out of arguments.
you can agree to disagree about whether, like,
You can't agree to disagree about science.
yeah,
You can't agree
No.
to disagree about facts. You can. Oh,
yeah. But we live in a
somebody,
Right.
he's somebody who watched Grindhouse or just Death Proof from Grindhouse, really drunk, and didn't catch the whole roll cage part of it.
what?
Well, I'm off here. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, okay, Rachel.
Boomer alert! No, I'm so sorry.
I've seen this movie.
Okay, you know what, Andrea, kiss my ass. Rachel, something that happens when you're talking to somebody old enough to be your mom, and when they're drunk, they will throw out a reference that to them everyone should know.
I like how I, the millennial, am being like stuck in the middle here, like between the Gen X and the Zoomer.
I am not a Zoomer. I'm a millennial. I'm on the cutoff.
Like,
No.
no, tell me
Wait, but Rachel,
Anyone suffering.
wait, Rachel, you don't understand. I'm married to a millennial,
Uh-huh.
but my oldest child is a millennial.
Yeah.
So when I say millennial, you're in my head, you're still my kid.
That's fair. I think, how old's your oldest kid?
27.
Oh God, I'm older than your oldest kid. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm like, okay, I don't know how old you are, and we will talk about it at some point, but
I'm in my 30s.
every person that I've seen on the network, I'm old enough to be their mom, and I'm old enough to be some of their grandmothers.
Oh no.
You're 53?
Tomorrow, yes.
Yeah, okay. You could physically be my mom. It would have been a young mom, but
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
much older than I
I'm
was.
physically old enough to have been, okay, I got, the first time I got pregnant, which I lost that child, I was 20.
Yeah.
But I had friends who got pregnant at 16. My husband is 16 years younger than me. So yeah, I'm physically possible to be old enough to be his mom. I am.
You know,
But we don't, our relationship is so not that.
well, I
And
think
we
it's
know.
at the age of the younger person, right? Like if he was like 16 and you were 32, or whatever.
No,
I'd be like,
no,
"Oh, that's really
no.
gross." But like he's 30, he's in his like mid to late 30s.
He was 35 when I met him. We've been together 2 years. So yeah, he's
when you're
37.
closer to 40 than 30, you have reached the like plateau of adulthood where it doesn't
The
matter.
greatest thing though is when we go out, I get carded and he doesn't.
That's so funny.
And it pisses him off so bad.
I
Well,
actually,
imagine,
for the first
like-
time, I bought alcohol the other day and did not get carded for the first time.
Wow.
I feel happy, but I feel sad at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand those people who get mad. I mean, I giggle because I'm like, both of my children are old enough to buy booze.
Mhm.
So okay.
Little
I
did they
did.
know I was
Yeah,
buying the
I'm
booze for under. I'm just
Like, no, she's definitely over 21. I was there when she was born. And it's the cutest mom joke, and I just let her have it.
No, I love that, Rachel. I did one day. I went to buy cigarettes, and my kids were with me, and the lady carded me, and I didn't have my purse, and I was like, "Seriously, cigarettes? You only have to be 18." She was like,
21.
"Oh,
You'll find
huh?
it's 21 now.
Yeah.
No, at the time.
Well, yeah, I'm just
So I was like, "You only have to be 18." She's like, "Well," and I said, "These are my sons, and they're both taller than me. These are my sons. This is my ID right here,
Right.
right here." And she was like, "Oh," and then she gave me what I wanted.
Mhm.
So yeah,
there you go.
I get it. Like, I'm really baby faced. I mean, like, people in the comments were, saying I look like my early 20s or whatever right now.
I wouldn't
Thank you.
have known that you weren't like the same age as Andrea if you hadn't have said, "I'm not going to say my age, but no, I'm not 24."
Well, do you want to know my big secret?
What? Yes.
Prescription skincare. You throw money at it, and you throw money at it until your face looks early 20s in spite of you being in your 30s.
Okay, so do I look 53 tomorrow?
Hell no.
No, honestly, you look like 30 at most.
I would put you at like just below 40, like 38 probably.
You want to know my secret?
Hmm.
Booze, cigarettes.
So I think the answer might be melanin.
Oh my god.
I think the answer might just be, the blessing of having lots of melanin.
No, I'm pickling myself with red wine,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm unstressing with cigarettes
Mm-hmm.
until I got to a legal weed state, and now I can do that too. Basically,
God bless.
the key to everything is fuck it. That's the key to everything. Fuck it.
I can agree to disagree. No, I'm so sorry.
You know what? I didn't tell you. I'm about to get my title for my car, which means I'll be able to drive. I'm not going to go into the explanation for that. And when I do, my
Hello?
ass is gonna.
No, wait, can you pull over?
Say it
and
again.
give the explanation?
I cut out.
I said I had just got the ability to get my car titled. I won't go into the explanation to all that, but it means I will be able to drive wherever the fuck I want. I will drive to you, Andrea, just to smack you in the head.
All right, I accept this challenge. Let's do it.
And do a show where I teach you how to drive a stick shift.
I will also do that.
I would love to watch this.
I don't know how to drive for reference. Like, so not a regular shift
Mhm.
or a stick shift or any other kinds of shifts. I don't know. Left shift, right shift. That's the end of my jokes.
So I will do that. But okay,
Maybe-
back to God, this is gonna be the most ridiculous. I almost used a word that got me canceled. That's my favorite word that I shouldn't use, but I love that word. I'm sorry.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
Ridiculous. We're learning, we're growing.
Now I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's a mood.
So, do either of you have any 9/11 conspiracies that even if you don't believe them, they sound semi-plausible, but you're just like,
I mean, like, really, the most plausible one to me is the one where it's like maybe they knew about it and chose not to stop it. But even then, you know, I don't know. I really think that things like this can happen. You know, I think that it is not that hard, actually, to get one over on the government, especially the government, you know, before 9/11, where they didn't have this massive surveillance state. It's harder now, I suppose, but
right. Do you think that they did that to try to take away some of our rights? Because, you know, we lost a shit ton of rights after 9/11.
I think that's one of the major reasons why the Bush administration didn't like go into any preventative means for it.
Yeah, well, and that's the reason I would see is like, you know, if you knew, because I mean, and Kennedy talks about this a lot, right? They never like, you don't just have like a 700-page bill ready the next day, you know, just because like it happened.
Just in case.
You wrote it overnight, right?
Yeah, no, just in case this sort of thing happened.
Exactly.
And we just plug in the country and the perpetrator and
like a legal Zoom for doing
that. You know, like like it says blah 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 country, blah 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 devastating act, blah, you know, so you just plug and play the whole document.
Yeah, no, I think this is true. I think that perfectly.
Like Mad Libs, but like they're just Mad Libs.
Yeah, like Mad Libs. Yes.
See, that was funny. That was funny. I demand.
That was very funny. Do you know what a Mad Lib is, Andrea?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I used to play those all the time when I was young.
Oh, they figured out how to put this on iPhones?
I have never bought an Apple product. I never will.
I am making jokes about you having been born with a smartphone in your tiny fist.
I didn't get a cell phone until I was 22. Thank you very much.
You know what? Respect.
See, I would have said that about you, Rachel.
I did not get my first smartphone until I was 21. 22? 21? I had like I would say boyfriend, but the truth is it was just a dude I was fucking that like swapped phones with me for some reason because it was
okay. It's spirit animal. Mm-hmm. I understand boyfriend, spirit animal. Got it.
My fursona, if you will.
Yes.
God.
So at the first like smartphone I had was just literally stealing somebody else's phone for kicks, like as a joke. So
I love stealing things as a joke. That's amazing.
Look at the way like a girl steals like your hoodie, you know? Like
I love stealing people's $100 equipment for a joke.
He was really rich, okay? Like he was
all right.
He was extremely wealthy.
All right, now we're just getting into looting territory.
Listen.
You're expropriating?
I have always landed incredibly desirable sexual partners because I myself am incredibly desirable and attractive.
Okay, Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to back off that statement because what you basically just said was the reason why you get amazing sexual partners is because you're amazing sexual. So for all the not amazing people, you just shamed them for not having good sex.
I mean, you cried with the flick,
right? Like the total, like we talk about like the total package person who's like smart and beautiful and financially
right.
Whatever.
Well, all of those people, okay, dumb people deserve good sex too.
They do, and they deserve love. But in as much as there is a weird sexual marketplace in the context of making every single interaction we have, including our romantic ones, transactional at our cultural level, and in as much as that metaphor is used, all right, I am a high ticket item.
I am a very low ticket item. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're
I am in a very cis male moment in my head. Rachel, I love you, dude.
Thanks, bro. I love you too. Happy birthday.
Yo, Leslie's fucked up right now.
I am wasted.
Happy
This bitch ain't even seeing straight anymore. Oh my god.
We love it.
Good
We love
content.
when the birthday girl is having a good time.
You know what? I have not been this inebriated in front of someone other than my spouse in probably 20 years.
Good.
Well, I'm glad
happy for
that
you.
my entire lifetime has culminated. I've been training for the past 20 years since 9/11 because 9/11 occurred when I was 5 and I'm 24. So since 9/11 occurred, I have been training for this moment to have you get drunk on webcam for a podcast that will be live streamed. So
Well, happy 9/11, everybody.
Salud!
I hope everybody remembered to, put out their 9/11 trees so that President Jesus would come down their chimney and leave a bottle of crude for you. And I hope everybody remembered, I hope President Jesus visited upon you the blessings of crude and drones. And, I just hope everybody's having a great night tonight.
I'm having a
What
pretty
she
good
said.
day.
Oh, wrong way. What she said.
What I said.
What she said.
You want to know my secret for when I do this? Is I'll tilt my head right before I do it and double check. I'll be like, okay, it's this way. And it's right before I do it, I'll be like, okay, I need to go this way.
I thought you were just a bobblehead. I thought that was like.
Well, I do it a lot anyway. I move a lot anyway because I have ADHD and chronic pain disorder that makes my joints implode on themselves. And so
Right.
I'm constantly shifting my weight just because I have to move and I'm in pain. So it looks like a natural part of whatever else I'm doing. So I can just shift to my other hand. And
I think you've just made
this way.
I
You're
think you
just
just built your entire life around your not understanding which direction is correct. I think
You're
you've gotten all this
just
pain
voguing.
for that reason. As a
I'm
stealth
being
operation.
punished by the gods for my shitty visual perception.
I know. I think you're just voguing. Uh-huh.
God, Madonna.
It was
What?
very that,
Too. This is my favorite thing about Madonna. She has not slowed down. That's some fucking goals right there. I want to be doing just dumb bitch shit in Jamaica when I'm 1,000.
I'm gonna be doing podcasts to the day I die.
so what that's why I got me somebody 16 years younger. It wasn't
to Jamaica.
well, he's Haitian.
Oh, well, then will he take you to Haiti?
There. See?
There you go. We did it.
But we've got to save the post office because he's a postman.
You have found the fountain of youth in the form of a young girthy dick.
Yes. Huh?
You know what? Yes, I'm very horny and I'm drinking. Welcome to adult conversations between women. We talk about sex too. It's a thing that everybody does.
Is somebody? I can't see anything
Are
right
somebody
now.
just salty because women are admitting that we enjoy
I don't know if they're salty. I think they're just enjoying it.
No, but I can't see. I can't see what
I
anybody's saying
assume
right
that
now.
everybody who comments on anything is hostile when it comes to your opinions.
That's true. That's true.
Okay,
But
you
I can
guys-
assure you, Dev J is a tried and true simp. Every
Okay.
time I stream, they tell me, "Ooh, woo, I love you."
Okay.
So I think this is them just. They're also not a native English speaker.
Okay.
So I think they're
Okay.
trying their best to
Okay.
express interest in the things that we enjoy.
I apologize that I
Sorry.
assumed the worst of you, Dev J.
Sorry. Oh, what? Okay. So we have devolved, but can we keep devolving? 'Cause-
Let's go. I don't care.
Well, it is about time for my pumpkin to turn back, or my carrot to turn back into a pumpkin, as evidenced by my inability to get that sentence out. I'm gonna have to have. But it was so fun hanging out with y'all.
I mean, yeah, we can keep going if you want, Leslie. I mean, thank you,
Okay.
Rachel.
Yeah.
being
Rachel,
What?
special guest. Thank you, Rachel.
You're the first guest, and you will be the last guest because this show is getting canceled.
Canceled.
So,
Yeah.
You know what? If I am the one who rides it like a Valkyrie into oblivion, then I'm honored.
Whatever that means.
I'm sorry, I got Zeppelin in my head now.
Oh,
Ah!
Yes,
all right. Do you want to keep going?
sure.
All right.
I'm drunk as hell. Why the hell not?
All right. All right. All right. So today
Yes.
was 9/11.
Yes.
Everybody.
You're gonna. Andrea, you're gonna have to drive the ship, though. You know that, right?
Oh, I'm driving.
Okay.
I got this. Don't you worry about me.
Driving
I might
Miss
not be able to
Daisy.
feel my legs, but we're good to go. I don't need
We're
them.
doing reverse driving Miss Daisy.
I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway.
Okay.
So you have a book.
Yes, ma'am. Hang on.
So describe to me the publishing procedure. What did you do? Like, do you have like a publisher? Did you self-publish?
Okay, so
Because I want to write a book. This is something I've been thinking of starting this year. Is I want to write a book.
okay.
So
What I did and what you should do, and I are like polar opposites. What I did, I got online, and there are websites where you can find every publisher in the world. And many of them have websites that will tell you what they need for a submission and what type of books that they're taking and blah, blah, blah. And so I wrote a letter and I literally sent it a million different places, a million different times for a couple of years.
and you had the whole book finished for years before you could get it published?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing I'm scared of. Because like I want to write a book and I want it out now. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that shit to fester and then it comes out 5 years from now. Then people are like, "Oh, the world's already over." Come on, man.
Well, and that's why I was saying what I did, what should be done. The world was different in 2007.
Yeah, for sure.
It was totally different. So, books online, books self-published were not taken seriously back then. So if you wanted your whatever you wrote to be taken seriously, what you really needed to do was convince a writing agent, and then they would shop your book. But that's next to impossible.
Right?
Unless you've got some like nationwide story, it's next to impossible. So the next step, if you can't get an agent, is to try to get a publisher. I did finally get a publisher. It was like a little, indie publisher that was just trying to start out. But I made sure that they gave me the copyright to my book. And I'm glad I did, because then
Do you
they
still
started.
get royalties from that?
Well, here's the thing. They started to get squirrely and doing weird things, and I finally they pushed me out, but I had the copyright, so they couldn't sell it anymore. And then they went under.
Oh, okay.
So
basically you canceled them.
well, no, they got canceled.
Okay. So you jumped off the ship as it was sinking
Yes.
and landed on the iceberg, so to speak.
Yeah. And
now the iceberg is melting due to climate change. So now you're
now there are things where you can self-publish, and self-publishing isn't so taboo. And so I self-published, and it's been on Amazon ever since.
Okay, so there's like 2 distinct editions then?
Well, okay, yeah. The first one was from the publisher, and it's much more money than the one that I'm selling. I guess I would get royalties from the other one, but I have no access to get into it. Like I can't manipulate it at all. So yeah.
Okay. Do you let's this is something we got to talk about later when we're not, wasted. But
Mhm.
if I were to write a book, right? And
Mhm.
to like publish it. Like, in your experience, has that upped your cred? Like, do you feel cool? Do people respect you more? Because that's what I'm aiming for here. Is I want to be respected. I want to have an ego that, even though it's high right now, it needs to be higher. You know? Because right now I'm just some dork with a YouTube channel that no one cares about.
Okay, I'll say this. Millions of people talk about, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a book. I'm going to write a book. How many people actually fucking do it?
You apparently.
So how cool is that?
That is pretty cool. You got this whole bad bitch thing going on. You're like, I'm cool. Oh my
And
God.
so it was 5 years of taking notes on paper and in my head. And then 3 months writing 12 hours a day, every day, 6 days a week.
Well, I don't know if my book will be as long as yours.
Yeah, well, and
How many
you see,
pages you got there?
okay, well,
Buster?
do you see how big it is?
Yeah, that's like what, 300?
And as big as it is 381.
No, almost 4.
That's with pretty big print.
Sad and happy, crazy, insane. I will never be able to write "The universe always has the last." Profound? I think I'm missing a few words there, but profound?
That's the end of the book. That was the last page that I just showed you. And
All
it's,
right. I got to read
you
it.
know,
You still got to send me a copy.
I know, I'm sorry. This week.
I'm
Okay.
not rushing. I'm not rushing. There's no rush.
No, but
I'm
I
Polish,
meant
not
to,
Russian.
but this week has been crazy because Tony's on vacation, my husband.
Right?
We're supposed to be in Italy right now.
Oh, talk about that.
Well, we were supposed to be going to Venice for my birthday. And COVID happened, and so now we're here. So what Tony decided to do, since we can't see the gondolas in Venice and all that, was to make every doctor's appointment that he's ever needed to make in his entire fucking life this week.
I think that smile about sums up my thoughts. I hate the doctor, man. That shit's scary.
He got a colonoscopy.
Oof.
We had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to drive an hour and a half. And then when he was done, he was all loopy. And he was so loopy, he was driving everybody in the hospital crazy. And they were like, go get the car. We'll get him ready. Just get him out of here.
You need to get this guy out of here immediately. This is unbelievably cringy. This
Yeah.
guy needs to be like, we're going to check this guy into an asylum if you don't deal with him.
Kinda.
Damn. I do want to go to the hospital just for the drugs. They give you the good stuff, man.
Well, whatever they gave him, he was loving it the entire day. The entire day. He was, oh my gosh.
Why can't we just feel like that all the time?
I don't know. I wish I could.
Yeah.
But like, I wish, like, what I feel like right now, I wish I could feel like all the time.
I think that's a good note to end.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
We'll be back next week. Same time, same place. And I have no idea what we're going to talk about.
We'll figure it out. I'll probably let y'all know if you're watching my stream. If you're watching another stream, they'll probably let you know. Whatever stream you're watching, somebody, a messenger, potentially Leslie's husband, as he is a postal worker, someone will get that letter sent. And it may take 3 weeks. It may take 6 months, but that letter will get there, God damn it. And on that note, I think we're good.
Yay. Bye, everybody.
All right, see ya.